All right, folks, gather around. Today we're diving into Kenyan politics. Get ready for some drama. The big question, could impeaching Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua throw the economy into a tailspin? It's a real nail-biter. Impeachment isn't just about lawyers and long speeches. It's a high-stakes game that can make or break a country's economy. Think of it like this. Imagine your favorite restaurant suddenly changing chefs in the middle of dinner service. Chaos, right? That's what we're talking about. Kenya's economy is no small fry. It's the powerhouse of East Africa, but even the strongest economies can get rattled by political instability. So, buckle up, my friends, as we explore the potential fallout from this political earthquake. It's like trying to build a house on a foundation of jelly. Can't be done. Let's break it down, shall we? Let's talk about investors for a second. These are the folks who put their money into Kenya, hoping to make a profit. But investors are like skittish gazelles. Any sign of trouble, and they're gone. Political instability is like a big, scary lion in the savannah. It makes investors nervous. They see impeachment proceedings and they think, uh-oh, this could get messy. Maybe I'll take my money elsewhere. And just like that, foreign direct investment dries up. That's bad news for Kenya because it means less money for businesses, fewer jobs, and slower economic growth. It's a domino effect, people. So you see, political stability is like a warm, fuzzy blanket for investors. It makes them feel safe and secure, which is good for everyone. Now let's talk about the deputy president's role in all of this. They're a big deal, kind of like the vice principal of the economy. They help shape economic policies and make sure things run smoothly. But what happens if they get impeached? New leadership steps in, and that often means new priorities. Projects that were once a top priority might get put on the back burner. Imagine building a bridge, and halfway through someone says, actually, let's build a school instead. That's what policy uncertainty is all about. It's like trying to hit a moving target. Businesses don't know what to expect, so they hesitate to invest or expand. And when businesses hesitate, the economy feels the pinch. It's like trying to assemble furniture from IKEA without the instructions. Confusing, right? Here's something people often forget. Impeachment isn't free. It costs money, and lots of it. Think lawyer fees, courtroom costs, and all the other expenses that come with a major legal battle. Where does that money come from? You guessed it, taxpayers. And when the government is busy spending money on impeachment, that means less money for essential services like healthcare, education, and infrastructure. It's like going to the grocery store and realizing you spent your entire budget on potato chips. You might have a lot of chips, but you're going to be hungry later. So, while everyone's focused on the political drama, it's important to remember the real-life consequences. Impeachment can have a very real impact on the services that everyday Kenyans rely on. Section 5, Consumer Jitters, when politics mess with your wallet. Let's talk about you and me for a second. We're consumers, the lifeblood of the economy. We buy stuff, we spend money, and we keep the wheels turning. But here's the thing. Consumers are easily spooked. When we see political instability, it makes us nervous about the future. We start to worry about things like job security, rising prices, and the overall state of the economy. And what do we do when we're nervous? We tighten our belts, we cut back on spending, we postpone big purchases, and we hold on to our money a little tighter. It's like when you hear a thunderstorm coming, and you unplug your TV just in case. You're not sure if it's necessary, but you'd rather be safe than sorry. This drop in consumer confidence can have a ripple effect throughout the economy. When people stop spending, businesses suffer, and that can lead to job losses and slower economic growth. Section 6, Regional Ripple Effects, Kenya's instability and East African trade. Here's something else to consider. Kenya isn't an island. It's part of a bigger picture, the East African community. Think of it like a neighborhood. If one house is having problems, it can affect the whole block. Kenya is a major player in East African trade. It's like the cool kid on the block that everyone wants to hang out with. But if Kenya's political situation gets messy, it can make other countries nervous. They might start to worry about things like border closures, trade disruptions, and the overall stability of the region. And just like skittish investors, they might start looking for other trading partners. So, you see, Kenya's political situation doesn't just affect Kenya. It can have ripple effects throughout the entire region. Section 7, Government Jobs on the Line, from cabinet members to civil servants. Let's not forget about the people who work for the government. We're talking about everyone from cabinet members to civil servants. Their jobs are directly tied to the political landscape. When a deputy president faces impeachment, it can trigger a game of musical chairs in the government. Cabinet members might get reshuffled, political alliances can shift, and administrative changes are almost guaranteed. Imagine working in an office where the boss is constantly changing. It would be chaotic, right? That's what it can be like for government workers during times of political uncertainty. And here's the thing, it's not just about job security. Political instability can also lead to things like corruption, nepotism, and a decline in the quality of governance. Section 8. The bottom line, economic upheaval or business as usual. So there you have it, folks. The potential impeachment of Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua is a big deal, and not just for the political junkies out there. It has the potential to send shockwaves through the Kenyan economy. We've talked about spooked investors, policy uncertainty, the cost of impeachment, and the impact on consumer confidence. We've also explored the regional implications and the potential fallout for government workers. Now, it's important to remember that this is all hypothetical. We don't know for sure what will happen. But one thing's for sure, Kenya's economic future is closely intertwined with its political stability. So stay tuned, folks, this is one story that's far from over.